We made Aliyah with 4 kids in 1993 after preparing them that Eretz Yisrael is a special place and it's different. And Elisha, who was our oldest, was very excited about making Aliyah.
When Asher was our first son to go into the army, it changed me dramatically. All of a sudden, you walk down the street, you want to hug everyone. You want to hug all the soldiers, you want everybody.
Our kids thank us for making Aliyah because they have the opportunity to defend the Jewish people after 2,000 years, and they feel honored and privileged to do so, and that makes us incredibly proud of them.
Elisha was a good-natured fellow who was a normal kid. He knew how to fight with his brothers and sisters. He knew how to be like all the other kids and play with all the other kids. But he had this good-naturedness about him. And he always felt that he didn't want to waste his time, even from when he was little. Even while he was in the army, he used to learn during any free time that he had. He'd been doing reserve duty for 20 years already. His wife said that he was someone who was a Talmid Chacham, who was Koveya Itim Leparnasa. Whenever he wasn't working, he was learning Torah or learning with the children.
Yosef loved Am Yisrael, Eretz Yisrael, and Torah Yisrael. And everything he did stemmed from that love. Always seeing the good in others. He was very, very sweet and gentle, and he was a tremendous warrior. And that comes from a place of adinut and of beauty. Simchat Torah, we'd say we're going to be in Yerushalayim together. We had a family minyan. Shabbat morning we wake up. 8 o'clock there were sirens. Apparently our oldest son Asher went down south. And as I'm approaching the family minyan, Yosef is leaving with his wife Sinai.
Yosef got to Kfar Aza about 10:30, 11. And they had been fighting for a couple of hours. It was face-to-face fighting, and there's a video you can see Yosef evacuating the civilian.
Our daughter Sarit lives 3 kilometers from the border. They heard gunshots outside their house. No one at that point knew the magnitude of what was going on. It was just a terrifying experience that we had no idea what was going to happen. Our son-in-law was involved in trying to retrieve hostages, and on one of his missions he was very badly injured.
That Motzei Shabbat, we get a call and it's Asher. And I heard his voice and I've never heard anything like it. Like it was just broken. He said, "Mommy, you just don't know what we saw here today. My friends got killed, my mafakdim, my best friends, I can't say who, what we saw, we couldn't have prepared." And then a Monday evening I went out with Sinai and Revital to get some air, and then when we came back, we saw we met.
After 6 months of war, their unit was sent to the envelope around Gaza, and their unit led the attack on Khan Yunis. And on Sunday, before he went back in, he called again, and they said, "So they're keeping you busy there?" And he said, "Oh boy, I'll tell you all about it after the war." And then they went in, and then on Wednesday, we got the visit from the 3 officers who came and told us that his tank had taken an RPG, and he had been killed instantly, and gave his life al Kiddush Hashem.
If I think about our individual pain, it's really endless, and there's no way I can describe that. When we think about the national experience, when we understand that Yosef lived in Israel, part of this process, which is enormous, it gives us enormous strength. We can walk out the door in the morning and continue our day.
Thank God. Each and every one of our kids and our son-in-laws, they've all been in the Army and they all were part of this war. You know, the message to the students and graduates in YU is that you're ambassadors of not only the Jewish people, but the state of Israel. And unfortunately, there are enough people out there criticizing us. And I think no matter where you are, it's important that you represent Israel and you stand behind us and come visit. Because when you come, it shows that the people are united.
You know, we've experienced it to an extreme version. I say we have front row seats.
We are very happy that we made Aliyah, even with all that happened. This is what it's all about, moving to Eretz Yisrael.
B'zchut Yosef, I know we're getting so much more koch.
Am Yisrael Chai.
Am Yisrael Chai.
Am Yisrael Chai.